I think this pervert in Canada with his giant fake breasts may serve as a turning point for the culture, because people can finally see where gender ideology leads. Even those who, to this point, generally went along with it, using preferred pronouns and so on, all in the name of being polite. They wanted to be polite. Now they're beginning to notice the slope that they're rapidly slipping down. Because if you start affirming everybody, no matter how degraded their self-perception might be, you quickly end up with things like this. You end up with fetishists wearing sex aids to school. Not everybody is ready to condemn the man with the fake breasts. Peter Boghossian, who bills himself as a philosopher, tweeted a picture of the infamous fetishist along with the caption, quote, "Most people have strong moral impulses about whether this individual should be allowed to teach their children in a public school. But very few can construct a good argument why or why not. It's more difficult than you think. Try it." Well, actually, Peter, it's not difficult at all. You shouldn't act out your sexual fetishes in front of children. There, done. But what is Peter's actual point? I mean, why is he pretending that the freak with the big fake boobs presents some sort of complex moral dilemma? Why is he acting like this is something that Greek philosophers might have written about and argued about? I imagine that if you condemn the prosthetic breasts, somebody like Peter would respond, well, why is it wrong to wear prosthetics? What about a teacher with a prosthetic leg? Huh? What about that? Gotcha. And even if you hinge your argument, as I did, on the idea that adults shouldn't be acting out their fetishes in front of children, somebody like Peter might retort with something like, are all fetishes bad? What if someone has a fetish for wearing pants? Does that mean they shouldn't wear pants in the classroom? Ha, gotcha again. I think there's something else going on here too. Peter acknowledges that most people have a strong moral impulse against this kind of activity. Yet he declares that this moral impulse isn't sufficient. Like, we have to come up with a rational argument against it. Why isn't our moral impulse good enough? I mean, why isn't it good enough? He says, people have a moral impulse that this is wrong. Okay, well, say no more. I mean, you acknowledge this is our moral impulse tells us that it's wrong to behave this way. Why do you need more than that? Well, Peter says that's not good enough. We have to be able to explain these things that everyone knows, and if we can't explain them, then the thing can be ignored or discarded. I can explain it, but that's not my job. If Peter or anybody else thinks that this activity is acceptable, it's up to them to present their arguments defending it. We need to explain nothing. We need only say to Peter Boghossian and his friend with the breasts, you're canceled.
Hi, Matt. I'd like to invite you to have a conversation with me. You seem like an individual who enjoys spirited conversations, and I'm here to provide you with that opportunity. If you'd like to have a conversation with me about the issues you discussed in your video, please feel free to reach out. I'm always ready, willing, and able to have that conversation. Thanks.